You know, I went cross-country skiing once. It was pretty fun.
It sounds boring.
It is. It's
All
very boring. It's
right,
hard.
we're. Oh, God damn it.
What's wrong?
Nothing. We are live on YouTube. FYI.
Cool.
And Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hey guys. Oh my God.
Hey, guys.
Yo.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Woo! Ow! What's up, you guys? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are joined once again by Christopher Pravdica, the one and only Kingdom Correspondent. Hey.
Thanks for having me back again.
Thanks so much for doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking A. This is a real treat. So we're here to talk about Kingdom Season 1, Episode 6. It's the last episode of the first season. We're going to spoil it, so if you haven't watched it already, pause, watch, you're back.
Hey, welcome back.
Guys, what'd you think?
I don't remember.
The big reveal. We got a big reveal.
Big time.
Twist.
Oh yeah, there are a number of twists.
All right, let's start talking about it so I know what you guys are talking about.
All right, so we open on that serene lake that we saw very briefly before, that like they were dumping
Corpses.
unknown numbers of corpses into this lake weighted down in shrouds. The young queen is talking to her father, Lord Hokchu, and she's sort of upset that like the provinces are being shut down, and therefore like they're vassal provinces, and they pay tribute to the royal family, and like they're not getting their taxes. And Lord Hokchu explains that true power has nothing to do with money. Like look out in this lake. Do you know how many dead bodies are under these waters? No one knows for sure, but everyone in the palace behaves as though that number is 0, and that is fucking power.
It's the riddle of steel.
It is the riddle of steel. The riddle of steel, you know it. There was a time when steel meant more to me than gold or precious jewels. Tressa, we're talking about Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You're never not.
Well, people sometimes ask, what is best? And I have a ready answer.
Me too. And an accent.
That's right. All of that, by the way, all of that is from like a real thing Genghis Khan said.
That's fantastic.
Cool. So
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
When they were talking about the corpses and stuff,
uh-huh.
and like that one part in that other episode where they were dumping the corpses. Okay, those weren't zombies that they were dumping in there. I didn't realize that. I thought they were zombies, but they're not. They're just people that crossed the Cho family. Correct?
Not exactly. Not exactly. You're close. You're closing in.
Okay.
The Haewon Cho clan is behind it. But
Are you
what
gonna
is it
explain it to
and
me?
why? Well,
Are
we're
we-
going to get to it.
All
We're going to get to it
right.
in this episode.
Damn it. Okay. What happens next?
So the queen is like, ugh, whatever, Dad. She's like, what about the prince? And Lord Hokju is like, his life and the lives of all of his friends will be extinguished by my own hand. And that's the end of the conversation.
Intense, Dad.
That's the riddle of steel.
We got guards at this village, right? Looking for An.
Yeah, Lord Anyang. They're like, dude, you have to give up the prince so that we can get the province back open and get on with our lives.
He's like, but I got a different idea.
Well, he tells them, yeah, go right ahead. Right that way.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
Mm-hmm.
So those guards, those are the guys like the hats with the awesome feathers.
Yeah.
They're like a pretty cool looking squad. But they don't last too long.
No, these feather guys never win so far.
It's true. It's a shame. They're dressed
They
for
look great,
success. Yeah. They're real Yankee Doodle dandies.
With a feather in their cap.
Did you know that was like a total diss on Americans?
Yeah, they're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. You fucking hayseeds. So anyway, the feather crew goes around the corner and Lord Anyang accuses them all of being loyal to the Haewon Cho clan and not the king and the rightful prince and the recognized order of succession, and he orders their execution by archers, and dudes just pop up and fucking
They're
let
ready.
arrows fly. Yeah.
They're like, let's go. Oh, too late. We already went. You're dead.
So then we have a quick flashback to the previous night. So like in the scene in the previous episode, where Li Chang meets with Anyang and he tells him like rest up.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of that scene that we see now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we learn there's a mole. We learn he's got a mole.
That's right.
Yeah, somebody in the prince's organization, and there's only a few of them, is an informant. That's how
His movements are being tracked.
Yeah, they knew that he was going to Sangju, and they already had people being sent there.
So, okay, let's take inventory. We've got Sobi.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Muyong.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Yongshin.
Mm-hmm.
Is the governor part of this crew?
Yeah, I think so. I think
So
that's
it's like
it.
one of these people.
The one who's related, the governor.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be the obvious choice.
Yeah, the governor's a member of the Cho clan,
Mm-hmm.
even though he's a fucking idiot, but it's like you give your idiot nephew a job that he can't possibly fail at because there is no job.
Picking herbs. Go get some herbs, dude.
He's the worst at
Wow.
everything. He's so great at being terrible. I love it.
Yeah.
I love every time he fails, it's wonderful. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, he's the obvious choice. We don't know.
But it's almost too obvious, so it can't be him.
Right, he's kind of like too much of an idiot to be an informant and not let other people know that he's an informant.
That's right. That's right.
Young Shin is a wild card that nobody knows anything about.
But he also
So-
doesn't seem like he would do that.
No, he doesn't. Well, nobody seems like they would do that.
But
Right.
they might have leverage on him. Like
Oh.
like Russian style.
Yeah, that's true.
Moscow rules.
There's Sobi. I don't
There's no way.
I don't see it. She's like a totally noble, hardworking
Altruistic.
hero. Yeah, absolutely altruistic. And that leaves Muyang. He's the closest to the prince from the beginning.
I thought the scene when the feather guards were about to get killed, he was watching Mu Young hard. The prince was watching him to see what his, because it was in that conversation with Anyang, he was told not to reveal anything he knows. So the next day, when this all comes about, he's like looking at everybody's
reaction.
He's watching Mu Young the hardest, and he seemed genuinely shocked and was ready to kill them all for the king. So I don't know how he shook out in the end. It looked like he's not the guy.
Yeah, I mean, Mu Yang has proven himself time and time again to be loyal. He's clutch. He's a lifesaver.
He's got his pregnant wife, which makes him a slight liability.
Yeah, his pregnant wife is back in that feasting hall of pregnant women.
She's in captivity in the baddie's hands.
She's a hostage if, even if they didn't realize it until later.
Because guess who's going to have a son? That one.
Yeah. So, and also, like, if this were like film noir, it's like the one that's closest to the hero. It would be. But I don't know.
You do too. You've seen this before, you know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
You guys are liars.
I don't remember what happens in the second season at all, actually. You have the sight.
Yeah. Is this a good look for me?
It definitely
it's great.
Pinches your nose and makes you sound like an operator.
This is great. I have it on over my glasses. But
protects your glasses from scratches.
It does. It does. It keeps the snow out of my eyes. Here. Okay, so anyway, we're back in the present moment. The archers gun down the feather guards, and the prince himself gives the death blow to one dude.
Yep.
Slitting his throat with his sword.
Did you see that hollow arrow with the blood?
Yeah, that was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so there's a little drama in the courtyard. The magistrate is like, he thinks the prince is in the wrong, and then the prince explains, like,
would they send the 5 armies just for me, you idiot?
Why would they close down an entire province? It's the outbreak, you dum-dum.
You ding-dong. And then there's a bunch of villagers outside the gates, and they're like, let us the fuck in.
Like hundreds of them.
Thousands.
It's just
multiple
masses.
Villages.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's like a big Hollywood scene.
Yeah.
There's lots of extras.
Yeah, this is Cleopatra.
Yeah.
This is the 10 Commandments.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But they don't want to let him in.
Yeah, the magistrate wants the doors to stay sealed. And the prince, he just fires the dude. He's like,
fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me twice,
he's
never
like,
get fooled again.
You're out of here, dude. And they're like, under whose authority? He's like, under my own authority. And Lord Anyang totally has his back. And he's like, you're out, bro.
So now they have to figure out how to make it so zombies can't breach all these places. And you got to know the geography of everywhere to understand how impossible it is.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so we're going to let in the peasants, but we got to like exploit the strengths that we have and the weaknesses that the zombies have. Like, we've got to like fortify the walls, and we'll have like natural barriers where there are rivers or like cliff sides, and like we know that the zombies are only active at night, so we'll work hard during the day, and like zombies fear fire and water. So like, get it together, you guys. So everybody in Sangju is like put to work, including the scholars.
Yeah, what? That's the poor people.
They're like, these hands shouldn't be holding weapons of war. They should be holding books.
I have
Or
a hands-only
boobs.
page.
That's the dream. So they're making bows, they're making things. I
They've
don't
got
know.
stakes, like, sharpened stakes as fortifications.
They
Everybody's
do a
like,
great job.
yeah, like,
Well. They thought of everything. It looks perfect. The way they got the narrow channel all blocked off. Then they put the rafts out to the sides in the water to get both sides because they know the zombies can't come out there. They got it well pinched off.
yeah, their fortifications are dope, and like everybody's been put to the task. Meanwhile, back at the palace, the queen is walking with her head maid or nurse lady, and she's told that the baby will be born that day. And then we immediately cut to a peasant in labor. It's one of the many
Baby stables.
many women in the baby stable. Well put. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's screaming, and then we hear the baby crying, and then we see outside other women that like have been hanging out in the pregnant barracks are like, oh yay, the baby. Oh no, wait a minute, the baby stopped crying. What's wrong? And the nurse that was attending is like,
Oh, it's fine,
everything's
it's fine,
great.
it's fine.
The
It's fine.
baby was born. It's a girl. And
Oh,
you're like,
that's
"Aw,
too
too bad. Why did it have to be a girl?" Well, it's still nice as long as she's healthy.
I guess.
Guess what, dude? She's not healthy
Nope.
because mother and daughter are
They're
about
fine,
to-
right?
They're
There's
being
just a
locked up.
bloody mess, and they're about to be going to the bottom of that lake.
Yeah. There we go.
So that's what's getting thrown in the lake.
The whole time, though?
Maybe not. I mean, there's like a lot of dead bodies down there, but like,
Yeah, there's a lot. That can't all be pregnant
I
women
thought-
and babies.
I thought they were the food for the king.
I think it could be the food for the king, but then like we saw one person whose face was unwrapped and it wasn't bitten.
Well, he doesn't need to eat their face, though.
'Cause
What
that's
are you talking about? The cheek is the most delicious part.
Oh, the guanciale.
Yeah.
What?
It's the jowls.
Yeah, guanciale is like pig face. Make spaghetti carbonara with it, or
Sounds disgusting.
yeah.
I bet it's gelatinous. Is it gelatinous?
No, it's
Tough. That's kind of tough.
It's
like-
tough. That doesn't sound good either.
it's pretty similar to bacon.
Yeah, it's dense
Yeah.
in little pieces. It always comes in little pieces.
Should we just start cooking right now?
I
Should
am
we-
hungry.
Yeah. We could do
I want to eat like those pregnant ladies.
oh my god, right? Just stuffing our
I will
faces on
leave.
camera.
No. Oh, we could do a whole mukbang and just like get all the food, and it'll be disgusting, and we'll make so much money.
So wait, I actually need clarification. A mukbang is a video where people eat on camera.
Yeah, like they have a whole like feast in front of them, and they just sit there and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. A lot
Oh,
of times
Yeah,
it's
one of those. It's one of those deadly sins for sure.
yeah.
It's like
It-
it's all about gluttony
yeah.
and,
I think
like
it's
going
like,
beyond what a person would ever want
Yeah.
to eat.
yeah, and I think a lot of times it's gross food too. Not always, but a lot of times I think it's a fetish thing. I don't know.
I can attest that when I was a kid, I didn't like the flavor of food so much as I like when I liked something, I wanted a constant stream of it to go in. Like I would have loved to just have a tube. Fill me. I couldn't wait always. I didn't want to taste it. I just wanted the stuff to keep. This is good. I want it like in a conveyor belt.
I think
I
like
understand that feeling.
as a child, but also as an adult, I have weird impulse control problems with food where it's like if it's a food that I like, I don't sit and savor it. I stuff it in my face
Yeah.
as fast and as hard as I can. More than like if there's more than I would want to eat, I am going to fucking keep going until like I've got to race so that I get more in before my stomach realizes I'm full.
Yes. Yes, and then I get really angry that I can't finish the rest of this food
Mm-hmm.
because I'm too full.
Like, why wouldn't that
Who
be a
the
perfectly
fuck?
nice second meal and third meal?
No, I need it all right now.
Right. What is my problem? Like, no one's
What?
trying to
No
take it away
gravy?
from me.
You don't know. You don't know what's around the corner, Josh. There could be someone just waiting for you to like put your fork down and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mukbang.
What are we
Okay,
talking about?
so still in the palace, the queen's got two young maids, and one of them drops like a big thing of water on the floor, and the two of them are cleaning up, and they're gossiping. It's like, oh my god, thank goodness it didn't hit the queen's beautiful silk garments. It would have been destroyed. I had to. I saw that like her beautiful silk things that had a tiny little spot of blood were burned just for that tiny little spot. And then the queen walks in on them, startling them, sending them away. And she's got a brand new servant. So like those two girls take off. There's a brand new servant who's like, why am I serving the queen? Don't you want like a noble person to serve the queen? Like that's the normal way these things work. It's like a high position to serve the queen.
The one that's going to bathe her.
Yes.
I thought that was one of the girls that was cleaning up and the queen walked in on and they were just like,
No,
you
this
know
is
what?
some lowly peasant that has
Yeah.
no connection to anyone.
For
Okay.
every bath she has to take, they have to get a brand new girl
Right.
to kill after.
Yeah.
So I thought that they overheard them talking and they're like, we're going to take one of you, you're going to bathe the queen, and then you're going to die. That's what I thought was happening.
That
Okay,
was
never mind.
certainly they were certainly afraid. Those girls were like mortified that they were just talking about. And
Oh, yeah.
it was.
You
but
can't
yeah,
talk about the queen at all.
I also got that it was another lady who was giving her the
Yeah.
undress.
Those two are in the wind, but then this peasant. Yeah, it's like if only the queen could learn to bathe herself, they wouldn't have to kill a peasant every single day.
I mean, who cares if they do? They're limitless. We have so many of them.
We don't know
It's
how many
fine.
baths she's had.
That's true.
But true power is everyone in the palace behaves as though she's had none.
I like how the prince also is fresh shaved through the whole thing. He somehow has found the time to shave. I'm also watching this show on my TV, 4K TV, and in the close-ups you can see the crosshatch of all their fake mustaches.
Oh.
Wow. That's
You can
fantastic.
see right on it.
That's a real problem. Like, everyone's pores are visible. Why is that a good thing? Like, why do people want technology
Listen.
where you can see, like, x-rays of the actors?
If Josh comes to your home and you're having a party, he's going to fix your TV so that doesn't happen.
The motion smoothing is going right off.
So we go to see Sobi cleaning herb.
wait.
What?
We got to talk about the bathing scene.
Oh, God. Okay.
Because we have this peasant girl. She's like, okay, I can't believe I've got this job. I'm so nervous. And she starts to undress the queen.
And she's like, can you fucking hurry up? What the fuck?
And there's a big
Undress me
reveal.
faster. Is it?
I mean,
It's a big reveal to that woman.
yeah, it's like we're watching her reaction. That's
Yeah.
the whole, like, she is stunned, and it's a bad. She knows it means she's
Gonna
kaput.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing this secret carries a weight. And that weight is death. So what we see is that the queen is definitively not pregnant. If you thought that she was pregnant and bleeding, like if you thought that she was hemorrhaging and was like in danger of losing the baby, no, that's not the case. She had her period, a thing pregnant women famously do not do.
If you thought any of that, you're a big stupid idiot. Next scene.
So she's been wearing a giant pad, and like there's a shot of her where she just seems like such a fucking psycho.
She was drinking that Slim Fast and that Crystal Light. She was slim.
Yeah, super skinny. All right, back in Songju.
Sobi's cleaning herbs, and the governor. What's the governor's name?
I think it's Bompal.
Okay, the governor.
Is that right? Governor Cho?
Yeah, governor comes running up with a basket, and he's so fucking proud of himself.
It's overflowing.
It's overflowing. He's got so fucking many, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! I've never seen anyone so incompetent."
Literally, like, how is it possible to only pick weeds?
She's great.
So she's like, "You go rest. I'll pick them myself."
You are weaponizing your incompetence. Thank you, sir. No, thank you. I'll do it myself. Dickhead.
He's like, "I'm hurt too," and she's like, "Yes, I remember from when you ran away and left us."
Burn.
Right? There's like, why are you trying to get sympathy? So she wanders off to like go get herbs, and he's like, "Oh, don't go that way. That's the frozen valley." So what now?
There's no bears there. What's going on?
Oh my.
Yeah, so she troops up the hill immediately. Turns out there was more than one frozen valley, and the one that was referred
How
to...
is that possible?
Yeah, well,
Maybe she was on the wrong side of this mountain.
maybe. So
And it has all those like garlands up everywhere that was at the other one. So like,
But this one had a lot more.
yeah, this one
and
one has
bells.
bells on them, so...
Yeah. Maybe that other place she was at did at one point have those herbs because it seemed like it was decorated as if
Definitely the same
something
type
was
of
going.
place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Could be.
yeah,
Could
yeah.
be. So, yeah, she discovers this is a place that's cold all year round.
And, well, I thought it was. She says fog all year round. So I took that to mean that it's warmer because the other place that she was all ice.
The
Oh.
subtitle said fog, and she verbally said cold.
Yeah, I heard that. But if it was in the winter and there's fog, that means there's something warm, right? There's like heat coming up.
Right,
And
that's
also the
true.
water is not frozen. There wasn't ice all over the place like
that's
the other
true.
one, which I'm assuming is why this is some weird like microclimate temperate place, even in the cold, where I guess this plant can grow. That's what I took it to mean. I did get confused because I also heard cold, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just weird that they shot the other one with ice and this one without. I don't know. You see when they go through the water that they could have just walked around.
Right.
A little sure why they go.
Yeah, it's not clear why they had to go through the water. She walks straight through the water like a badass. The governor, he dithers for a minute. I love to watch this guy dither. And then
he's the ditheriest.
he finally crosses the garland, and as he starts walking the water, he's like, "Oh!" like freezing cold, like really hamming it up. It's great.
Yeah. She finds the resurrection plant.
Immediately.
Yeah, it's bright purple and right
And
there.
she knows it, she knows it on sight.
Yeah. And the governor points out that there are restraints.
Yeah,
very
they're just
close
like
by.
handcuffs and chains and shit.
Yeah.
They was doing some Nazi stuff over there with zombies.
Yeah, just like
It's like a real Ilsa situation. So, like, as they're looking at that, you see if someone darts by behind them very quickly.
and rings the bells on the
Yeah.
garland. Yeah.
Yeah, someone's meddling around. There's meddling going on.
It's those kids. It's always those kids.
Damn kids.
So back in Sangju, Yang Shin is giving rifle training, and one of Lord An's men recognizes him.
I don't remember that part. I just remember An was like, something's weird about that dude.
One of his dudes is like, oh, that's that. Like, we know that guy.
They know of him because they
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they say they know of the because there was the remember they're looking for him, the guy who's using like the fake military ID.
Right.
So there's like a lookout for this one, and he was aware that that is him. They were commenting on how good he is with the rifle again, and it did seem like there was some prior knowledge about him somehow, but we don't get any information on that. As usual.
Right.
Yeah.
Mu Yang also doing training, telling everyone, no matter what happens, maintain your post. Like,
They're getting ready
time.
for sunset.
we're getting close to go time.
It's game time.
Yeah.
They have pits that are set up as traps.
Yeah, the classic hay over the pit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a zombie's definitely gonna
Oh yeah.
not look down. They're just gonna keep running.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Everyone's
Now it's
frosty.
night.
The recon group has not returned yet.
And we see Lord Hak Chu arrives at the first gate outside the province. So he's like on site. Just beyond where they are, you know?
You can see the light from their fires from a distance.
The carriage that he gets off of, there's a big box that starts shaking from the inside. Looks
That's
like
their
Lord
egg timer.
Hak Chu brought something with him.
For an alarm. When this thing starts banging around in there, then we know it's time to go. Everything's happening.
A real canary in the...
Coal mine.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So everybody, like, we see tension across the troops over the course of the night, and they make it, it's almost sunrise and they haven't been attacked. And then just a lone horse shows up with no rider, and they let it in the gates. And as they let it in, there's a hand still gripping the rein that's like only goes to the forearm.
The horse is lending a hand.
So good. And the blood is fresh. It hasn't been there for very long.
Yeah. Lord Anyang lights the signal fire and sounds the drums. All while Lord Hakju watches. The sun rises over the water. They've made it to the day. Everybody, like, they've been holding their breath since night fell, and they can finally exhale. You know that movie, Waiting to Exhale?
Yeah.
That's this.
That's
Yeah.
how I got my groove back that month.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
So they're all like, finally.
Lord Anyang got his groove back.
That's what we've been waiting for. And then they see a huge group of birds take off in the distance, and they're all just like, what the fuck?
That doesn't seem good. And we see Lord Hakju still watching. There's distant growling. And then we cut to the frozen valley. Sobi realizes she's the
It
smartest.
wasn't the sun, you idiots.
Big surprises. Big surprises. You guys thought it was one thing, but it's another thing. Big
Yeah.
surprises.
It wasn't the sun, it was the heat.
See, I knew that because you said that earlier in the season, Josh, so it was totally spoiled for me, you
Oh.
dickhead.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I just,
Spoiler.
you said it, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense because sun is wearing, that's fine. It wasn't spoiled. It was just,
They want the world to become a nice cold morgue.
yeah,
That would be ideal.
to all involved.
So the prince fires a flaming arrow, like as far as it can possibly go, and there's just smog as this massive horde of zombies, like bigger than anything you've ever seen.
There's a shot of the side of the mountain, and it's like the singing bush and the three amigos. They're just like moving all crazy. So good. The horde.
Is upon them.
Yeah. Thousands easily.
Yeah, and so our heroes have been up all night. They thought they could finally rest up because they have a little bit of a respite until nightfall again.
How much does that suck?
Completely.
Ugh.
They were just like popping Ambiens right then.
Yeah. 100%.
So
And that's the
exciting.
fucking amazing cliffhanger for the end of season 1.
You'll never believe where season 2 starts off.
Same place?
Same bat time, same bat channel.
The whole second season is a prequel. You have to watch that one, and it's in the third.
Ah! Son of a bitch.
Yeah, a very young Lord Anyang was a real playboy in his youth. we see him charming all the ladies of court.
It's a romantic comedy, the second season.
He was best buds with a young Lord Hakchu. They were real drinking buddies, getting into trouble, chasing skirts.
Neat.
Yeah. They were a real odd couple. They were roommates.
Mm-hmm.
One was very messy. One was fastidious
And bossy.
and bossy.
What else?
What else is there? The show was great.
Yeah, this show's so fucking good.
And when I first saw the end of this episode, I was dying for the second season.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long wait too. I remember
It was like a year.
Yeah.
Oh.
And do you know what happened in that year? A real life horrible disease spread across the land.
How fun is it to revisit pandemic movies or diseases across the land movies having gone through a pandemic?
Well, right. Like I watched season 1 in like 2019 without a care in the world.
Yeah.
It's like March 13th of 2020 when they dropped season 2.
Oh,
which is
shit.
literally the day the world stopped.
I know, because that's the day I got COVID for the first time. It was all because of me.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys experience this. For me, there's like a ton of shows and movies that I've watched in the past couple of years since the pandemic started, and I have no memory of them. I can watch them again as if I've never seen them before. That's how little memory I have. I used to have a fucking, photographic memory almost.
I've always had no memory, so I could watch a show over and over and over again, and it's brand new every time.
That's envious.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, I show people, I'm like, oh my God, check out this trailer. It's like, dude, you showed me this trailer 6 months ago. It's like, I've seen this trailer before? Yes, and you've seen the movie. I have?
What?
That just means they're bad.
Maybe.
Yeah. There are some movies that I watch and I couldn't tell you one thing that happened, and I go back and look at it and I was like, oh, that's just, I was checked out the whole entire time. Couldn't focus on the movie because it's boring.
I think that there might be like really good stuff that I have no memory of, though.
There is.
I think there's also content overload now. I mean, like the content, the
Mm.
amount of shows. It used to be like we used to watch movies, read a few books, read a few comics, a few TV shows. Now the TV show thing is taken off, which means everything you watch is like a 10-hour escapade of so much stuff and so many details. No way to hold all that. I mean,
Yeah.
since 2018, how many series have you watched? That's like way more than you would have like in the 2000s. Or
Yeah,
pre-
even if you had cable, you would watch the same movie over and over and over again.
Right? Oh, it's on again. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just leave it on.
Oh, I'm homesick for the day. I guess I'll just watch whatever Hugh Grant movie happens to be on.
I'm not
on
searching
USA
for
Today.
it.
I loved old cable. I was super psyched when cable. I was a little tiny kid. It was such a big deal. Like a few more channels, but it went all the way up to 37.
Dude, yeah, we never had cable when I was a kid, and
Me
so
neither.
like, I think we were like the only people,
Same
and
here.
so like the kids in school would all be talking about Chud or something, and I would have to pretend like I'd have to sort of nod along and
I love
play
Chuds.
cool.
Yeah.
I got the soundtrack on vinyl.
Do you?
Nice.
It's nice.
It's green vinyl.
Awesome.
Dope.
That's awesome. Do you play it much?
No, it's not that good. I got it I was looking for samples.
Oh, nice.
I got it without remembering I knew it was going to be synth.
Right.
I was looking for, but it's pretty. I always get there's at Comic-Con. There's a record company that puts out old soundtracks,
Oh, that's really cool.
and every year I find a nice one. This year I got Mothra.
Oh, that's fun.
That's really good.
Is it?
Where I was growing up, we had on UHF, like we had Creature Double Feature, and the ad for Creature Double Feature had like the most awesome music. I think it was like it might be, you know what, I don't want to say who it was because I don't actually know, but the music was awesome, and they just had like a mega cut of like monster movies for like 30 seconds, just monsters fighting each
Nice.
other.
Nice.
None of the movies ever lived up to that ad though, because like that was like the hottest shit. Sometimes
it's a
you'd see
supercut.
something and it would be like Island of the Mushroom People, and you'd be like, oh my god, I'm like scarred for life from like these images. I don't know if you guys ever saw that one.
I didn't know if you made it up or if it's a real movie.
No, like people go to this island and then they turn into mushroom people, and it sucks because then you're just a fungus. You're like,
Among Us.
eh.
Thank you.
I don't remember ever successfully watching anything on UHF.
Oh,
Being able
yeah.
to tune anything in.
Oh, I mean, I watched. It's all I watched. I watched like old like Batman and
Yeah.
Monsters and stuff in syndication.
Chunk, chunk, chunk,
I
chunk.
was out of the range of anything interesting. I checked everything on UHF all the time. Nothing.
Oh, it was like half snow, but I would watch it all the time. Davy and Goliath. Oh, shit, yeah. Gumby. Give it.
I remember it being like Jesus stuff. I think.
Yeah,
It was like
uh-huh.
AM. It was like AM radio.
Yeah. I would watch it and be like, hey, it's cool. I don't have to go to church this week. I watched some bullshit. It's fine. No, you're going to church, you little idiot.
Is that how they talk to you, you little idiot?
That's why I say it all the time. It reminds me of home.
Oh, at one point, I guess they must have run out of monster movies. They're like, okay, now it's like Creature Feature followed by Kung Fu Theater. And, like they're basically only showing public domain stuff.
Yeah.
So it would frequently be the same things over and over again that was not good to begin with, that no one had slapped a copyright on or it like lapsed or whatever.
Yeah.
Our Kung Fu was on VHF. Regular channels.
Really?
Yeah. On Channel
That's
5,
cool.
Which is now Fox.
Yeah. Like the
Before it was-
pre-Fox
Yeah, it
era.
was WNEW used to be, and then Saturday was Kung Fu Theater in the afternoons. But I was never that. After seeing Bruce Lee, that stuff didn't entertain as much as.
It's true. Although, like, some of the best ones are like, have you ever seen Black Belt Jones?
Yeah,
Like, I love that movie.
yeah, it's good. He's got a great voice.
Oh, totally. Plus, you got Scatman Crothers, who also has a great voice.
Why is he so obsessed with shit?
I'm going to make you sweat one way and then the other.
I'll just sit here.
It's a good movie. It's got Jim Kelly, who's also in Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. He's an amazing martial artist. And it's like the perfect nexus of martial arts and blaxploitation.
Oh.
It was done better in Black Dynamite.
Yeah, well, I mean, Black Dynamite is like a wonderful pastiche of like all the best moments from all the best, like, you know, they mined it in a great way.
Better than I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Well, but you got to give them credit. Like, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker is like an original piece. It's the first Wayans brothers anything. So like, whether or not you're like, you ever liked or got sick of the Wayans brothers, like, you know,
it was a funny movie.
It was a funny movie.
Black Dynamite is way funnier.
Oh yeah, but it's also like, it's amazing because it looks like it was made in the 70s. It feels like it was made in the 70s.
Sound,
like, yeah, it's phenomenal. It's such a work of art.
Dynamite.
Have you seen the Eddie Murphy Dolomite Is My Name?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
I mean,
It came out right before the pandemic, and I remember Eddie Murphy was like announcing like, I'm going to go back and do stand-up again, everyone. That didn't happen. Yet.
Andy really loves that movie.
It's great. It's a real love letter to like all those Rudy Ray Moore movies.
Yeah.
Rudy Ray Moore used to go to the FMU record fair every year dressed as Dolomite selling his stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, so I guess that wraps up this episode of Black Summer. Wait, what are we talking about? No, we're talking about Kingdom. We're talking about Kingdom. The show
That's
Kingdom.
right, Josh. That's right.
I think that wraps the season.
So that wraps season 1. Stay tuned, loyal listeners. We'll be back for season 2.
Oh, yeah. See you in a couple, whenever. Bye.